at this. This basically sums up how I believe this fight is gonna go. Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. You've heard of it. That should just be like the end of the video right there. But to be honest, who do I think is gonna win between these two? I feel like Logan is going to win. Now I already know there's going to be a bunch of people just immediately going to the comments to say, "Oh, fuck you," put a dislike on the video. But I don't care. Okay, I'm not afraid to state my opinion. Look at this photo right here. This is Logan. This is Floyd. Floyd looks like he's completely out of it. He's just looking at Logan, and Logan is looking down on him. He looks buff as fuck. He's way taller. That's how I believe this fight is going to go. Now, I already know that this is going to be a controversial opinion, but I'm here to explain every reason why I believe Logan is going to win the fight. Number two, his height. Logan Paul is 6'2", and Floyd Mayweather is 5'8". That's already a pretty big problem. But if you looked at what was happening before, it's going to be an even bigger problem for Floyd. I don't know how many people he's fought that were taller than him, but Logan's probably the tallest, if I'm being honest. Has made multiple videos out there of him training, whereas Floyd barely has any clips on the internet of him training for the fight. We can see that Logan's prepared, he's ready, he knows what he's getting into. His trash talk was way higher tier than Floyd's, and he got into Floyd's head this night, if I'm being honest. I really saw that Floyd was just not comfortable on that stage. He tried to keep he tried to make it look like he was fine, but he clearly wasn't. If you watch that clip again, you already know. Now, don't get me wrong, I did not used to like Logan, but considering the fight that he's having right now and getting into the best boxer ever in the world after losing to KSI and now rebounding to go to Floyd Mayweather, you already have to give respect to that no matter how you see this fight going. In one of Floyd's interviews, he basically just dodged the question and he said he was Floyd Mayweather and he had a bunch of money, and that was basically it. Like in the Toronto press conference, he did pretty well for himself, but his interview was just terrible, and that really did show in the interview. And here's another problem with that: he's pulling a Mike Tyson. If you know what pulling a Mike Tyson is, well, if you don't, I'm gonna explain it to you. Pulling the Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson used to think like in the ending days of his career, he thought that he would just go in there and win because he's the shit, and everybody was gonna fear him because he's Mike Tyson. He wasn't training. He wasn't taking care of his body. He was out partying. He was out doing all of this. Floyd's bringing up his money. He's barely showing him training. Like it's basically the same thing, and that's definitely going to be a factor in this fight. Since Logan's already gotten into his head and Floyd barely has any comebacks or anything to say about that. And don't get me wrong, Floyd has had way better trash talk than this. He just really has nothing to say. Like he brought up the Japan incident. I think that happened like 4 years ago, I'm pretty sure. And it's been weak ever since. And I don't think it's gonna get any better. But we will just have to wait and see. Also, another thing that I forgot to mention, Logan actually beat KSI. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh, no, KSI actually beat Logan. The thing is, Logan lost 2 points for this very knockdown. If he hadn't lost those 2 points, he would have won the fight. And now, I wanted KSI to win this fight, but now that I'm thinking in my head, I went back to watch some of the videos. I saw everything that happened. I feel like Logan definitely got screwed this night. And that's definitely so there you have it, guys. This is every reason that I believe Logan Paul is going to win this fight. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you have your money on? Please let me know in the comments. I already know who I got my money on. Anyways, I'll see you.